Hello, everyone. It is Monday, the 29th of July, 2024, and very interesting times. There's a lot of predictions that a possible world war or major events will kick off in the next 72 hours, 48 to 72 hours. And so I will show some videos and explain some things that are going on. I'm going to share Ken Wheeler. He actually did a fair assessment, and it's less than 30 minutes. And so I'm going to share that video because he's getting a lot of things correct. And so he definitely has good sources as well. Does not surprise me. And it just clicks and connects other countries or other people from other countries that are billionaires, are already in the billionaire club. They're already free and rich. Like the heads of Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, the heads of Mossad and other intelligence groups, and oil industry tycoons. It's the guys that go to Bohemian Grove and Davos are the ones that are writing the scripts to what's going on in the world. And anyway, before I get into that, I'm going to share something that I shared on Instagram. This is my doggies from yesterday. We went for a run walk. Yeah. So who had Satanic Olympics for July? Okay. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to share a video regarding Lorenzen, but I did some research and background on him before I shared this next video that I'm going to share. It's a small clip regarding the platforms that are used on ships from the Navy that have radioactive magnetic devices that are long range and that can impact major areas from long range, from long distances, and that not only disrupt people physically, but it can also disrupt electronics. So again, when I talk about a cyber attack at a large level, this is a possibility. I was thinking in the fall, my predictions for 2024 was that there's a possible World War III kicked off in the summer, and then some kind of a major large-scale cyber attack where electronic devices are completely scrubbed or wiped, right? And so it takes magnetism in order to do that, right? To destroy electrical devices. I've said even a laptop I had, I was playing with my magnets, my neodymium magnets, and a couple ended up being on the bottom of my laptop, and my laptop wouldn't start, and I didn't understand it until I figured out. As soon as I removed the magnets, luckily it worked again because I'm not a strong enough magnet, or maybe not the right type. Anyway, so I researched the guy who's the name of this platform, this ship that I'm talking about, and so Lorenzen was an electrical engineer and pioneer in the fields of radar, electronic countermeasures, and intelligence satellite design. His contributions to the United States Navy's electronic warfare capabilities are still recognized today. Early career. He began his career in the 1930s, designing commercial radios and components for Colonial Radio and Zenith Radio. These were major broadcasting radio stations at the time. He later joined the Naval Research Laboratory, NRL, in 1940, where he worked on radar and electronic countermeasure systems. Sorry, I just washed my hair, so it's still wet. So I'm just trying to dry it anyway. Developed radar systems. He contributed to the development of radar technology, including the creation of the first U.S. magnetic tape recorder for intercept work and tunable microwave intercept receivers using Navy ships, shore stations, and aircrafts. Led the GRAB program. Lorenzen led the Galactic Radiation and Background GRAB program, the earliest successful American reconnaissance satellite program, and the first electronic intelligence satellite. Still talking about GRAB. Advanced electronic countermeasures. He developed electronic countermeasures discipline, detecting and interfering with or exploiting enemy electromagnetic energy transmissions for intelligence purposes. Again, this was in the 1940s. And so it got more advanced since then. Superintendent of Electronic Warfare. Lorenzen became the NRL's first superintendent of electronic warfare in 1966, leading the development of defense equipment for naval aircraft against guided missiles. So he was doing this for decades. Ship naming. In recognition of his contributions, the U.S. Navy named a missile range instrument ship USNS Howard O. Lorenzen, the TAGM-25, after him. The ship was built by V.T. Halter Marine and became operational in 2014. Very interesting period. There was even Himmler. The staged and planned. That's what I meant to say. The staged and planned coup in Ukraine, initiated by people within government that are just fucking idiots. And I mean, no offense in that. It's just like, what are you doing? You're supposed to serve and protect. You swore. Anyway. Oh my God, people are so easily bought and bribed and convinced to do the dumbest shit. Anyway, carrying a next generation active electronically scanned array radar system named Cobra King. That's very interesting. So his legacy, Howard O. Lorenzen's work had a lasting impact on the U.S. Navy's electronic warfare capabilities and satellite reconnaissance programs. His legacy continues to inspire innovation in the field of electronics and naval research.
You get charged in a court because you're a battery and then sit in a cell, a battery cell. A bank is a river bank because it directs the current sea. Money is water. This is why we say liquidity. Sun and moon, masculine, feminine.
So there are 45,000 transmit receive modules.
Oh, did not want to do that.
So there are 45,000 transmit receive modules. And
no, it's
receive modules, and this antenna can
so HARP secret weather geoengineering microwave weapon. I think there are multiple.
detect an object the size of a baseball at a range of 2,500 miles. That is why I say this thing can project all that power into a pinpoint beam, totally computer controlled. The dome is 120-foot diameter. The power source is 3.6 megawatt generators for a total of almost 22 megawatts. And this HARP platform has a tow ship to move it around. So that 22 megawatts is not actually designed to go into the engines. That is designed to go into the transmitter unit. Other U.S. Navy ships have powerful microwave transmitters. This is the U.S. Navy ship Howard O. Lorenzen. It looks small, but it's actually 534 feet long. Each phased array, the boxes on the top of the deck, is a phased array transmitter. Synthetic aperture radar, whatever you want to call it, weighs 250 tons. And there's a crew of 88 on board. This is a gigantic ionospheric heater again. So there are 45,000 transmit receive modules, and this antenna can detect an object the size of a baseball at a range of 2,500 miles.
Detect something at the size of a baseball at over 2,500 miles. And I've shared stuff like even different ships with these types of platforms on them. What they're calling nuclear, it's radioactive frequencies and vibrations that cause harm. Anyway, just very interesting. So I'll get to the video from Ken Wheeler because things are kicking off. There's been reinforcements surrounding Lebanon. People that are getting told within NATO communities to get out of places like Lebanon because there's a guaranteed attack, is what they're saying in some networks. I'm hoping it's not the case. That involves multiple players, and apparently Turkey has threatened Israel to attack if things don't themselves in a peaceful way, in a more diplomatic way. And then even with China, there's stuff with them, technologies and financial stuff. Saudi Arabia as well. There's so many different things happening right now that are possibly going to lead us into some world war. Sharing, I think I can get my connection again is a little off. My apologies for that. I should have had that video up. I had the other ones up. So actually, maybe while I'm doing that, I will share again, I haven't watched this entire, but let's see what he has to say. this is the war against you. If you want to follow, I haven't liked it yet because I don't know if it's going to be something that I fully agree with. But let's see what he has to say while I figure this out. Melanie Jolie, Foreign Affairs Minister, whatever she is now, they all just cycle through positions in cabinet, which is against the Constitution, or against our charter. Against our charter. We're not Americans. That had been to China from that department, and so that's all. God damn it. I'll still try to see if this plays. So weird. Yesterday was doing so well, and yeah, so I thought the same would be. But anyways, it doesn't sort itself in the next minute. I'm going to ask for your patience. I will shut down the stream and then try. It's like I want to share the Ken Wheeler one. And his analysis too. And he's predicting, and it's not even him, it's a good source predicting that within the next 48, 72 hours, that's something, well, NATO enough where it gets us into a war. What happens with that? We are all going to be profoundly impacted, even if we live in Canada or the US. There's also stuff happening here, unfortunately, that are going to cause stuff like food shortages, and water shortages, and there's going to be possibly like what we're considering to be climate change, even though there's going to be the actors that are causing things like arson or even like stuff up. Anyway, there's going to be making us think that man-made disasters are natural, and again, this is for a reason, I think. And it would be nice to talk to people that I was talking to before friggin' COVID hit and discuss this stuff, but they're still not tracking, which is unfortunate. I want to. So it's just people just want to get a paycheck in departments and organizations and positions where they should be listening to this stuff or making their own assessments, and people just want to ride out their careers and afford it. I'm going to try one more time to get my YouTube to load. I'm shutting down so many things just to see if that helps. What can I say else as well about the Middle East that I'm tracking? So Jordan is games. I wish I could show the video, but there was different colors that were used. It was blue, green, white, and red. And these are colors of significance. I just want to confirm that these are colors of significance on multiple different countries that are possibly going to be involved somehow in the next world war. And so I want to see if I have this on here. Just to make sure I'm accurate with it. Because it's multiple other countries, the Middle East, but we also have to look at other countries that also have those colors. Anyways, no, of course things are not going to work again. Yep, so that's it. Anyway, on that note, I apologize that this is a short stream, that I'm not able to show the videos, but I hope that everyone has a wonderful